Welcome to the Gleeful Meeple, a podcast all about board games where strategy meets laughter and cube towers are neither friend nor foe. In this episode, it's Gen Con time and we're talking about what we're most excited about. We compete with other influential families in this week's game of the show, Marrakesh. And you, the Gleeples, get to play along as the hosts get put in the hot seat with this week's game challenge. Are you honorable enough to become the new Obermufti of Marrakesh? Provide the citizens with the water, dates, and dinar that they need, and you might just have a chance. Hey, fellow influential family lead members.
Good. You practiced that, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yep. What's up?
Hi, James. It's Emily.
Dwayne's here.
I am Jay Keshi.
Nice. Well done.
Nice.
I am James. Guys, I'm taking a break from the limericks. We've returned to the land of riddles.
Let's go.
Riddle,
Sorry, Dwayne.
Riddle.
Round and round the players go. Where you stop, your army grows. Pull and push, the luck is the same. Sometimes you win and hope to proclaim that the party is over and the battle is won, but there's more tea to drink and reasons to get mad. For this is just round one.
It's Wonderland War.
It is Wonderland War.
That makes sense.
Nice, Dwayne. Yeah, the last couple lines I thought might give it away.
Yeah, but the tea was really the thing.
Tea was very
I guess it
crucial.
could have been chai, maybe. That's a game, right?
It's a
Yeah.
and a drink.
Yes.
Okay, good news this week.
Let's go.
Good news.
A couple nice things have happened.
We like good news.
So I don't know if I shared with you my pain and saga that I'm going through with Merchant's Cove.
Yes.
You're missing a big box.
I'm missing a big box. The Kickstarter finally arrived.
All right.
So it did ship, and I got to sort through everything I have, and it was just...
Was this like a new player characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many new ones came out?
Oh, gosh, Dwayne. I think I'm up to there's 13 different characters you can play to run the game.
That means there's 13 different games you have to learn in order to play Merchant's Cove.
The one thing I was missing, and I think I talked about this in the last episode, is they came out with one big storage solution that holds everything. And I was an idiot and managed not to buy that on the Kickstarter, even though it was reasonably priced. I've been waiting to see, are there any retailers that are going to come out with this? And a couple of them got it.
Okay.
I immediately messaged them and said, do you have this available? Can I buy it? And they immediately said, no, we're only selling it in the bundle. You only can do it if you buy the entire Kickstarter bundle, which was running like $300. I didn't want to do that. I did find one online vendor that advertised that they had it, but their description of it was Merchant's Cove Mega Box empty.
Okay.
And I went, well, what does that mean? Because it should come with a bunch of game trays that you pack up all the individual characters in. Yeah. So I was like, they surely didn't strip that out and just
how empty is this?
Yeah. So I called them.
Oh,
they're and I'm going to give a little props to I think it's called Chess Games in North Olmsted, Ohio. I'll have to look that up while we're talking to make sure I got the right place. But I said, hey, I found this on your website. This is the description. I just want to clarify what's there. And they go, well, there's no game content in the box.
Okay.
And I said, it does come with all the game trays? She said, yes. I said, here's my credit card number. Let's make this happen right now. So
love it. Good.
That is,
found it.
Yes, that's on the way to the house. This crisis is over. I'm excited about that.
Yay.
I have to be nosy. What did you pay for a box?
It was like $35 for the box plus shipping.
Oh,
that feels like a steal.
Totally good. Yeah.
I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
And
especially given how much you wanted to that.
Yes. And this came right on the heels. I think the day before I was poking around on Amazon, and I don't know what persuaded me to look this up, but I decided just out of the blue to look up Marvel United Witching Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Which was the Gen Con exclusive pack from last year that I asked you guys to get when you went to Gen Con. And for whatever reason, it was poorly planned, poorly communicated. You guys couldn't pull that off. I did get that in finally. So I'm excited about that. Adds 6 new characters to the game. Dwayne, the one thing that kind of got on my nerves about it, and I know you and I have both done the heavy cardboard upgrades.
Oh, no.
It does not come with the heavy cardboard upgrades.
Man.
And I don't know that there's a way to get them. So That's the one thing.
I
that
bet we could
stands out.
work something out if we needed to.
Yeah.
That's always an annoying thing when they offer some deluxe whatever component or upgrade version of something and then expansions released later and it doesn't match that same deluxification.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. So that said, I kind of just dropped a hint that I asked you guys to get me something at Gen Con last year and we weren't able to do that.
What's your shopping list,
I'm already
JK?
putting a shopping list together. So I'll give you guys a couple things to look for, but unfortunately, again, this year my schedule is not going to allow me to go, and which is really a bummer because we've got some big news to reveal on the show today.
We'll get you there one day, buddy.
Yeah, I think maybe next year. But let's talk Gen Con.
Let's do it.
Oh man, it's happening. It is that time of year again,
I am
isn't it?
so excited.
Wow, the board game cycle continues.
Gen Con, the big one every year. So 3 out of the 4 of us are going.
Yeah, work sucks.
I know.
What are we excited about? Have you guys been looking up games at all? Have you been planning what your purchase strategy is?
So this is my 3rd year going to Gen Con, and I feel like I have had a different strategy of like looking forward to it or how I interact at Gen Con or whatever. Like the first year I was very like light on the events and I was like, I'm just going to explore. I'm going to figure things out, like just exist in it. And it was awesome. I had 3 like good game demos. Loved it. Last year I ventured out into more events, but then the events focused more on kind of like seminars rather than like game demos. So I still had my exhibit hall time, got to visit some seminars, really enjoyed that. And then this year, I feel like I've been looking more at the workshops type of, or supplemental activity type of, I don't know what it is. After that first year, the game events don't speak out to me as much. But I'm still going to try to get at least one. I'm hoping to do Flashpoint, Fire Rescue for at least one game thing. But I was like, maybe this is the year I learn how to make a dice tray.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about Gen Con this year. Just more events, but then like more workshop supplemental. But then I'll still try to go for a variety. We'll see how well I can do with that.
What materials are they giving you to make the dice tray out of?
Okay, well, it depends because some of
Human
these
bone.
some of these events are really good at telling you what the material is. For example, there's like some leather like workshops, like leather dice tray or whatever. There was one, it was like craft a large D20, but it didn't say what the material was.
Play-Doh.
Just that it was, yeah, exactly. Just that it was by laser cutting experts. And so I was like, okay, whatever can be cut with a laser, I guess.
How does one become an expert in laser cutting?
I don't know, man. They run a small business, so I think that helps.
Yeah, well, my wife Emily last year, that's all she did was workshops and experiential stuff.
And that's what like she kind of like inspired me to kind of branch out more with that this year. I think last year, like these workshops usually come with a price tag, and so that can kind of like turn me off of it. But this year I'm trying to not spend as much money on pins, and so then I'm trying to justify the workshop that way.
Yeah, she came away with a lot of fun stories last year, and to your point, the price tag for this year for the events was not minimal, but that's it. Gen Con is a vacation for us, right? So it's just
exactly.
Just buy the tickets, have fun with it, and make the most of it.
Do you feel like the event pricing went up this year as opposed to last year?
Oh, I know one way it went up.
Really?
Yeah, True Dungeon is very expensive.
Oh,
this
yeah.
year. Well, it's more than it was expensive last year. It went up a good bit this year.
Because that's what I felt like the events from my first year to last year, 2 years ago to 1 year ago, I felt like a lot of the board game demos were free. And then a lot of them went up to $2, $4, or $6.
Oh, wow.
Which is not a lot, but then when you're filling up your event schedule with like a lot of board game demos, then that's just, you could get up to like $40 worth of events that way.
Well, and I've always been very defensive of people charging something for events, because I feel like if you put any amount of money on the line, even if it's $1 or $2, the person's pot committed and is more likely to show up than if it's a free event. I am likely going to be hanging out with my friends and blow it off. But if I know I have made an investment of some kind in that, I'm probably going to make an effort to show up anyway.
Yeah, and on top of that, whoever is running the event, yes, that they want to share whatever their passion is that they're doing the workshop for. They're there just to do that, but they did put time and effort into it. So if someone's charging $1 or $2,
Yeah.
give them the $1 or $2, right?
Yeah. It's like, I know I sound bitter, but I do understand that and appreciate like people sticking up for what they think their event is worth.
Yeah. But to your point, JK, I didn't do a lot of events this year, but I don't remember Emily's ticket bill being this high last year. So, so yeah, ticket prices might have gone up a little bit. My approach this year, I'm also changing a little bit. Last year, I was very focused on the games. I was there first thing in the morning 2 of the days to do the running of the nerds, quote unquote, right? Which actually isn't that bad after it was all said and done. They don't allow actual running. It's not chaos, but it is a lot of people.
That first day, Thursday, is pretty miserable.
It was a ton of people. I got there early enough to where, I chose my gate. I had the map printed out with the route that I needed to take exactly to get to the booth I wanted to get to. Shortest path to the hottest game, because every day that these vendors for the hot games they have a certain amount they'll sell each day. So they won't sell their entire stock on day one. They'll sell X amount every single day, then it sells out and they have to be there first thing the next morning. So it was fun. The 2 times I did it last year, but I don't have any games. There's only one game that I'm interested in that I think needs that level of attention. So I've left my schedule completely open for the most part. I have one seminar on game design where some of the folks from that run the curriculum for NYU and UCI and Washington University, they actually have a tabletop game design course at those schools. And so the folks are going to go over what their curriculum is for that, which is interesting to me. I'm still working on my game design that has been in my head for a while. So just maybe I'll get some tips and tricks from that. And I'm going to learn some line dancing.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might see me around there.
Huh?
I want to do line dancing.
Yeah. Emily and I both got that one, so we'll do some line dancing sessions. But that's about it.
We'll have to talk later about when that is.
Yes. So here's the thing for my Gen Con this year. Mentally, I am unaware that we're less than a month at the time of this recording. Like it just has not even calculated yet for me. I think Gen Con 2025 is going to be the year of lackadaisical Dwayne. I didn't really make an effort to get into any events. I clicked a few things on my wish list when the events went live. I wasn't beating down like I didn't block off the day to sit in front of the computer and see what happens. I haven't been keeping track of what events have new spots the way I usually do. So it's kind of like one of those things. If it happens, it happens. I know some friends have signed me up for some events that I'm thrilled to do, but it didn't take any effort on my own to get in there. I think the one thing, if I could, apparently there is a new house on Haunted Hill. Is that the right?
Betrayal on the House?
That's the one I'm going for. Thank you. Betrayal at House on the Hill. There's a Pennywise expansion that's coming out. They have some demos, and I am a big Stephen King fan, a huge It fan, and really looking forward if I can get into that. That's probably my hotness.
Well, part of why I went pretty light on events this year, the only other one that I did was a demo for Rebirth. That's a new Knizia game. The reason I went light is because we're actually running one of our own events.
This is also utterly I don't even understand the words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm so sad that I'm not going to be there just for this alone.
I'm so excited. When we had the idea to do it, I was like, what do you guys think? And everyone was just immediately on board. And originally, we thought it might only be 2 of us running the panel, me and Emily. Then Dwayne was able to get onto the vacation train for Gen Con. And we almost had JK, but next time. I'm sure this will not be the last time we do this. We're going to be running a panel at Gen Con, 4 panels, one each day, that focus on how to grow how to start and grow your local board game community.
Would you say start and or grow?
Yeah, because you can start it and then it just kind of stale out.
You
I
might
guess.
not want to grow, and that is perfectly okay.
Yeah. But we thought we'd take all the experience, I guess, and knowledge that we've come to know from being part of such an amazing community here in Nashville and help others try and kickstart their own community in their own town. So we'll be running a panel to help them do do just that, right?
We've been podcasting for what, like a year and a half?
Something plus,
yeah.
We've been running a group we're coming up on like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yes. That's crazy.
We're really good at that.
Yeah.
We can pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
And our events are fairly well attended.
Yeah.
I would say
Consistently
more than just a handful of people sitting down playing a game. It's several tables, sometimes multiple tables running the same game. I see you, the gang and Scout.
My gosh.
I've seen at least three tables running the gang at our events before.
Yeah.
But I've not heard just from talking with other gamers across, just in other areas, the way that we've approached that over the last 10 years and grown the community seems to be pretty unique.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to share that. So if you happen to be at Gen Con and you haven't gotten a ticket yet, just real quick, the 4 sessions are Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern, Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern, Saturday at 12 o'clock Eastern, and Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern.
And James, how much is this event going to cost people who would like to attend?
It's a great deal, Dwayne. Absolutely nothing.
Oh my goodness. What a value.
Yeah, just don't cancel on us and show up, right?
That's right. If you get a ticket, we want to see you there.
But we're gonna have some fun with it in the way that we approach telling the story of our group, and then just giving those tips and tricks for how to do it in your own town.
Y'all, I am so excited for this. This was like a dream just a mere few months ago, and then I remember the catalog going live, and I was like, no one's gonna sign up for this. I don't like who is the Gleeful Meeple, but people are interested, and I'm so excited to have those conversations. It looks like one of our events has like 40 people signed up.
Woo.
So
oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
We'll see if 40 people show up. We had just talked about ourselves bailing on a event.
Yeah. Guilty.
Well, now I'm nervous on behalf of you guys.
Oh, it'll be great.
JK, we got this. We are professional talkers.
Well, yes.
But I am so excited, and we're deeply sad that JK won't be able to be there, but he'll definitely help us with the prep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, games.
Yeah, so you mentioned that you didn't have a lot you were looking forward to, and I jokingly say I'm going to send you guys with a shopping list. My shopping list isn't that deep either. And the first part of it, let's kind of start on a downer, then we'll talk about good stuff.
All right.
How much of this do you think is impacted by this year's political situation, that maybe there just weren't enough games produced?
At least
bring a lot of things
2 people backed out of the exhibit hall, right? Because of that,
easily 2.
Okay, because I was like, I know I remember seeing one posted. I feel like I'm imagining another one.
Hold on. We're not even counting the number of companies that were going to show up and have since shuttered their doors. So that's going to be that
too.
That's a couple right there. More than a few. A few? Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
a
go
few.
with a few.
I think so.
And it seems like most of the games that I saw, Board Game Geek does have a preview list of everything that's being issued at this year's Gen Con. I felt like it's smaller games, like a lot of little card games, a lot of what seems to be small box stuff.
Yeah, for the most part, I've been browsing that list, and I do have actually 12 games that I want to find. But just,
only 12.
Yeah, but only one of them being I need to be there in the morning and rush to the line to get it, I think. I know some companies had planned it was going to affect them, but then once the tariff situation changed, they were able to get a lot of things air freighted in during this period of time where it's the
period of pause.
It's 30%.
Yeah.
So it's not affecting it as much as it could have, but I think it could have been very bad.
Okay.
But most have now had time to at least get some shipment of games. Now, the number of games, it might be less. They're doing smaller print runs on a lot of these games. So overall, I think it's going to have an effect. But I think if there was going to be a big game release for a company, if they were still in business, to Dwayne's point, it would have made its way to Gen Con. But I'm not seeing a ton of huge bomb dropping releases.
Yeah.
There's one really big one that people are talking about, but it's just a reiteration of another line of games. So
What is that one, James?
Nature.
Okay.
It's kind of a relaunch of the Evolution
I've
game
heard of
series.
that series
People
before.
that play Evolution love it. It's super popular. I've never played it, but they're kind of re-releasing it under this new brand of nature. So that's the biggest, most popular one. A lot of the other ones are things that have been around for a little while, have been delivering to Kickstarter backers for the last few months, and yeah. But I do have a list of games.
Give us some of your heavy hitters.
So a couple right off the top. Clank Catacombs has an expansion coming out later this year. Not at Gen Con, but it is going to be there for demo, and I would love to try it. They released their last expansion last Gen Con, and it was great. So this one's called Clank Catacombs Underworld. So that's just for demo. If I can get one, sit in on one of those sessions, it'd be a lot of fun. My biggest game that is on my buy list, and JK, I think you might know this one. It's Luthier.
Oh yeah.
Big crunchy Euro from the designers of Distilled. It's their next big game. It was a crowdfunding campaign that I did not back, but now that just watching it and the theme really is attractive to me. You're making violins. It just looks gorgeous. I'm hoping they'll be selling some of the the deluxe versions there. And that one I'll probably have to wait in line for.
I remember I think we talked about that when that launched on Kickstarter, and we both kind of eyeballed it and then decided no for reasons probably because we were overwhelmed with other Kickstarters.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Dwayne, I think that came out right about the same time as we were doing maybe a Marvel United or something.
That sounds right.
James, yeah, if you wait in line for that one, hopefully they give you the ability to buy 2 copies because that's number 1 on my list for sure.
On the list. Adding to the weight I got to carry around. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And then one other one I'll mention real quick is a fun little quirky game called Cat in the Tower. It's a Japanese dexterity game where you are building this small tower upwards off of a table, and it just keeps stacking, and you have to get this cat to the top of the tower. There's mechanisms involved, but it just looks really cute. It's being brought over by Arcane Wonders, and it just really stood out as a fun little dexterity game. I don't have a lot of dexterity games in my collection. I did get one last year. It was with the power poles where you're hanging cats from their tails on the power poles. I'm blanking on the name all of a sudden.
Wow.
No idea.
Power cats.
Shock and meow.
But yeah, I played it once and it was fine, but I didn't want to keep it. So I'm hoping this might fill that gap.
Emily, do you know what you're shopping for?
I don't, because that's what I feel like. I have a different way of thinking about it. It's like I love that James goes through. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to do the running of the nerds. I'm going to do that. And I usually like to demo games before I buy them because I don't like reading about whether or not I think it would be a good fit.
The discriminating board gamer. I wonder what that's like.
And then it's sometimes I get caught up in the enjoyment of it at Gen Con, and I think that boosts my enjoyment of the game. And then I'm like, all right, let's get it right now. Mm-hmm. This would be a great get for the family. Because I think I feel like Avant-Garde kind of had that a little bit. Like I loved it when I was at Gen Con, and every time I've played it since, I'm like, I still enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I really do. It's just, it does not have the same
it had convention boost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it really did have convention boost, which doesn't always happen. That didn't happen with Phantom Inc. Arcana last year.
Oh yeah, that kind of fell flat. For as much as we fell in love with Phantom Inc. the
2 years ago,
before
yeah,
the expansion just kind of fell flat. It felt like it was overcomplicating things.
Yes, yeah, added a little bit for not a whole lot of enjoyment, but yeah. So I'll keep looking for some expansions to maybe games I already know, and just try to pop into a couple demos here and there, and we'll see what games I come home with.
Dwayne, how about you?
Nope.
No plans.
You know what, really, I think if I saw that Flashpoint Legacy game, I'd probably pick it up. I might go by Restoration and see if there's any news on there's a Thunder Road role-playing game coming out, and I'm not sure if it's out or if it's premiering there. If they had that, I'd probably pick that up just because it uses the actual board game as part of the role-playing storytelling, which sounds like fun to me, especially as many trips as I've taken down Ye Olde Thunder Road. So that would be fine, I guess. James, we were talking before the show, and you let me know that the sequel, sort of, to Hadrian's Wall, The Anarchy, should be there. I do have a copy of that on pre-order, but if I saw it there, pre-orders can be canceled. So,
But Dwayne,
yes,
there's going to be a game called Corgi Pile Up.
oh man, I do love corgis. I have yet to play a good corgi focused game.
It is an adorable, light trick-taking game where only the last trick scores.
Oh,
Okay.
But my favorite thing about Dwayne and shopping at Gen Con is Dwayne will find something that he thinks I will like, bring me over there, and then he gets talked to by salesmen and then ends up getting the game.
That is true.
Which is how Dwayne got the
impulse buy by proxy.
Yes. Yeah. By the dynamite box of Bang.
You know where we failed last year? No, I'm sorry. Let me back up. You know where I failed last year at Gen Con? It was staying around the vendor hall until they shut down on Sunday, because I bought very little leading up to that. And then on Sunday, it was like a mad dash. I bought all kinds of new Axis and Allies stuff, Heroescape stuff, things that have sit on my shelf and I have not played in years. And I just bought more to add on to the pile.
Why not?
But this year we won't have that reason to hang around the vendor hall till it closes.
We're going to do our last show, and then we are leaving Indianapolis forever.
Not until next year.
Until next year.
Well,
Wait, what does forever mean? Oh, okay, yeah.
That said, on the final day of the convention, because we do see this at some of the flea markets and things around here, do the prices go down late at night on the Sunday?
Not typically, no. I think there is one vendor that usually sells kind of a hodgepodge of stuff, and they might reduce some of their prices, but it's nothing that's hot. That's, in fact, I'll give you an example. I bought Starcadia, a lot of Starcadia quests from them one year just because they had it at such an unreasonable deal.
Okay. Buy me Luthier while you're there. That's probably the biggest thing I'm looking for. There is also a new Final Girl adventure box called Shriek that will be coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other two, curiosity on these two, Zenith and Raising Chicago.
Zenith is the TV game, right?
No, it's a space card collecting game.
Oh.
Raising Chicago thematically sounds kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a city building game, but I didn't realize this in Chicago's history. Apparently, at one point, Chicago was a lot of wooden buildings, and they decided to modernize it and turn downtown into more brick, steel, glass.
Was this before or after the Great Fire?
I don't know. But to do that, they didn't demolish the wooden buildings. They literally put them on wheels and moved them to the outskirts of Chicago and then rebuilt inside. That just sounds like an interesting mechanic to me to do a city de-build and build game. I don't know.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
A couple other ones that are kind of on my list that are looking a little quirky. There's one called Dirt and Dust. It's a racing themed game, but you're using deck building and dice placement to kind of play out that theme of rally racing.
Okay.
So looks really interesting, kind of a different take on it. I don't think it'll be a hot game, but I feel like it could be a slow burn once it does come out, because it's a weird take on it. And then we have Vantage from Stonemeyer Games. It's Jamie Stegmeyer's new open world,
first person open world thing.
Yeah, kind of a.
Those are not words that I typically associate with
board games. Yes, yeah. It's literally you're going through environments, looking at them from their pictures, and you're looking at them from a first person perspective, and having to decide based off of what's in those pictures what to do.
Okay.
So it's kind of like this big open-ended storytelling, choose your own adventure style thing. No, he says he's been working on it for like 8 years, and it's the next big release. It's there for demo, not for play, but I'm hoping to sit down on a demo for that.
I would demo that. I'm not sold on it yet, but I'd like to see how that all comes together. Right?
Yeah, I'm not sold either, but I want to see it because it's just so unique. So the hottest game on the preview list on BGG right now is called Nature. It's a re-implementation of the Evolution series of games, which I've never played, but people love them. They've had a number of expansions. It's supposed to be really good, and they're kind of restarting that whole series with this new one called Nature. So it's super hot on the list right now. And there's a weird one called Hercules and the 12 Labors. I'm not really sure what that's all about.
I've seen that advertised somewhere along the line. How did they say that plays? I saw some write up on it at one point. It seemed interesting.
It's a solo game. That's what's unique about it.
Yeah.
It's some weird solo game that's coming out that it's getting a lot of hotness.
I can dig it.
Expansion for sea salt and pepper, extra
pepper. That one cracked me up. We've
out.
already had extra salt. Now for extra pepper.
Yep. De Beer's big game looks to be Ace of Spades. Of course, Galactic Cruise will be there available for purchase. And but yeah, Distilled has an expansion coming out, but no others that seem to be big bombs. The other really actually popular one is a Witcher game from CD Projekt. It's a Gwent, the legendary card game. I don't know much about it because I'm not a big card game player, but it has a lot of attention on this list. So yeah,
looks like it'll be an interesting year.
I think so. I think I'm going to walk away with a lot of quirky games. And because my schedule is open, I'm going to be just meandering the hall and finding stuff to buy that maybe I wasn't planning on. So I'm looking forward to just discovering things.
I hope you guys have a great time. I will get there eventually.
We'll see y'all there, Gleeples.
All right, Gleeples, this episode's game of the show is Marrakesh. Marrakesh is published by Queen Games. It's designed by Stefan Feld. The art is by Patricia Limburger and Franz Vowinkel. It was released in 2022. Plays 2 to 4 players, but it's at its most gleeful at 3 players. JK, walk us through Marrakesh.
I don't know how to describe this game and have it be effective. There's so much going on.
It's 12 mini games in one.
It is. The central conceit of the game is that each player has a set of 12 wooden pieces that are called keshes, and each of those keshes is a different color. On your turn, you are going to select 3 keshes that you want to activate. You also have 3 assistants. Now, when you reveal what keshes you activate, your assistants must go to the sections that those 3 keshi are related to. But then, collectively, you're going to pool all of the keshi that you selected together with all of the other keshis that every other player selected and drop them in a tower. Most of the time, all of the keshis you drop in will come through the tower. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes some of them will get stuck and maybe make a magical appearance later in the game. And then in player order, you're going to start selecting the keshis that you actually want to apply to your board. The twist here is you might not actually pick the ones that you provided in the first place. There may be some more attractive combinations out there. Once you do that, you're going to work your way up a number of tracks or through a different number of regions on your board. Some of these are very simple. Work your way down a river, work your way up an orchard, work your way up some steps. Some of them are a little trickier. And it's how you balance those 12 different mini games to generate points at the end of the game that drives you to victory. Marrakesh. I don't have a catchphrase for this. It's just a weird game.
Become an influencer.
No.
Become an influencer.
Become an influencer. There you go.
And I'll add one quick thing to that. That really is the driving force behind the keshis that you're selecting is in all the different regions where, and this is part of what I like about the game, and I like games that do this, is you are controlling the strength of that action throughout the course of the game. So when you add keshis, when you draft it from the tower and you add it to your board, later on when your assistant triggers that region, the strength of that action is determined by how many keshis you've added to that area at the essentially. So you are building up the strengths of all your actions, by doing that, which is always a neat thing when you can make that particular action stronger for you than anybody else, and it drives your strategy.
Yeah.
I really like, just to give an example, the dates track is very easy to kind of visualize, right? Because there's
Dates
9
like
spots,
the food.
0 through 8, right? Your keshi, your marker starts at 0. If you take 2 green keshis, which indicates dates, you bump up twice on that track. So now I'm sitting at a 2. I will collect dates if I personally throw a green keshi in and put an assistant there.
Yes.
And then once we do keshi selection, it comes back around to assistants. I peel that assistant off and I get the number of dates that my tracker is on. And a lot of the tracks are very similar to that. Some throw in some different changes and things like how many wares you get in a market and other ideas like that. But the basic gist of most of the tracks is bump it up, activate it, get that reward.
There's there's one whole section of the board called the souk, which actually covers 3 different colors of keshi. That is all merchandise.
Yeah.
This is where you can buy and sell goods. You can kind of turn some of the goods you've acquired back into either money, dates, or water, which are the 3 currencies in the game. Or you can buy luxury items. And those luxury items will give you points, or maybe they're part of a set collection that's going to help you at the end of the game. Because there's an additional section of the board called the Oasis. And the Oasis allows you to unlock little tiles that will give you and only you end-game scoring goals. There's a lot going on the board. There's a whole other section of scrolls that is one-time uses, or maybe recurring uses that are going to do different things.
Or end-of-season uses.
Or end-of-season.
Yeah.
You really have a lot of fine control over what type of engine you're building. I would not be able to hazard a guess how many different game strategies there are. For Marrakesh.
Absolutely.
It feels like the SNL Stefan character. This game has everything. It has a market. It has endgame scoring. It has a river you can travel. It has, there's so many options. And this was one of those games where JK sent us a video that we could watch beforehand to hopefully kind of speed up the teach. And it felt like that, Darwin's Journey for Dwayne, where it was the longer the video went on, the more stressed I was getting. And I was I feel like I understand all of these, go back to the terminology, mini games. I was I feel like I understand all of these sections of the board definitionally, but I am gleaning no strategy from just the rules by themselves. It was one of those where it's a season in, and I was okay, I can kind of see a strategy start to form.
But here's where it blows my mind. When you watch a training video on how to play this game and you go through the rules and you look at the board and you look how overwhelming it is, you go, oh my God, this is going to be the heaviest game I've ever played.
It's not.
It's not.
I think there are some rules that you kind of have to go back. And I asked JK several times, okay, how does this happen? Does this do this? And the other thing that's tricky about this game is timing.
Yes.
Because you can really hurt yourself if you do not take your assistants off in the right order, because what one assistant does might power up the next move that you want to do.
Lots of combos.
Yeah, so you want to be very careful with that combo timing in this game. This is my 3rd play of Marrakesh, and it's fantastic. Like JK said, so many strategies, so many little things to try out. Things are going to change based on what scrolls are available for you to purchase and give you some kind of rule tweaking abilities to the game. It's just a very solid, interesting game.
I was not familiar with this game at all when it came out, and at our recent tabletop day, Nashville Tabletop Day, Rick from Game Point, local purveyor of games, was trying to clear this off his shelf. I think he'd had a few copies. They weren't moving, and he offered me a little bit of a deal to buy it. And I was kind of hesitant because it was not a cheap game.
Nope.
But I walked away and said, well, maybe I'll think about it. And when I mentioned that I was considering it to a couple people that I felt pretty good about their opinions, they both immediately went, oh, fantastic game, brilliant game. So
did we talk before you bought it or after?
I think it was after.
Okay, because I remember my eyes lit up when you said you were either going to get it or had bought it.
Yeah. Now that I bought it, I bought what is essentially, it's called the Essential Edition, but this is really the lower tier retail edition. Mm-hmm. There's another one that's called the Signature Collection that is significantly more, but this was the rare occurrence. We kind of joked about this when I laid the game out on the table. I don't have the deluxe components for this one, and that's unusual. I really want it now.
Yeah, it's nice. I have had the chance to play the deluxe version, and it's whatever they call this one.
The Signature Collection.
The Signature Collection. It's very pretty. It's really well done. It has some nice improvements to the materials.
That's what, I didn't even mean to be snarky, JK, when I sat down at the table. Because, the video playthrough, did mention that there were different editions. And so that, the game featured in the how to play might look different from the copy you own. And I was I was like, surely JK has the deluxe edition. He always has the deluxe edition.
Well, and there's actually even a in the middle version as well. There's 3 versions of this game you can buy. Now, one thing I'll mention is that I watched the video as well, Emily, and the deluxe is much bigger. I mean, what we played was a big game.
Yes,
but it's a table hop.
It
really
absolutely is.
So if you don't have a large table available to you regularly, you might not want the signature collection.
And that's what, like, due to our own time constraints, we just shoved everything back into the box. And the most harrowing experience of our board game hobby lives.
The look on your faces when I told you, hey, in the interest of time, let's just drop everything in the box and I'll sort it out later. You guys just looked dumbfounded.
Now, one thing that I like this game does, because it is about managing your resources. There's 3 main resources in this game that you're spending and acquiring to do all the stuff you need to do. That is water, dinar, and dates. Dinar, sorry, yep. And dates. And this is one of those games where you have to a version of quote unquote feed your people. So at there's 3 overall seasons in the game. At the end of the first season, you have to supply a certain number of resources just back to the supply. You have to be able to supply them, otherwise there's penalties to be had. And after the first season, then you flip a second tile, and then it's cumulative. So now you have to supply resources from the second tile and the first tile at the end of the second season. And the third season, you have to supply resources from all 3. Sometimes those games that do the feed your people kind of thing can be really punishing and make it feel really hard to accomplish what you want to. This wasn't like that. It was just yes. enough to make sure that you're paying attention to what you're doing, but I never felt strapped for getting those resources that I needed. Even right off the bat, I feel like this game gives you a lot of, some of the regions have the first actions you can take in those regions are easy ways to get some resources. So it really kind of, it holds your hand a little bit to kind of kick you off and not make you feel too stressed, but it's just enough of a reminder of, hey, just to remind you at the very end, you got to be able to do this. But the balance was really impressive there.
That's one thing that makes me like the most uncomfortable in a game the fastest is the level of restriction and what is available to mitigate that restriction. Now, I felt like I did not take advantage of enough combo-y turns, and part of that was because I did some things in a less optimal order, which was unfortunate. But yeah, I never felt like there was one moment. It's in the last round. I was strapped for dates, and I really needed dates to be able to do something else that round. And so, other than that last round, which I think was more due to my own poor planning than the game itself, there is opportunity if you are willing to look for it. And I was really pleased with that, even though I started the game excitedly and then ended the game very violently upset.
Willing to look at it is a good way to put it, because like you said, those combos are there. But when you say willing to look at it, there were some turns where we all spent a lot of time looking at the opportunity.
Oh my word.
Because later in the game, when you powered up some of your actions to be, when you trigger it with your assistant, there are some combos to be had. And if you don't do them in the right order, to Dwayne's point, you miss out on opportunity.
Absolutely. And
so just be prepared for that. It's not a complicated game, but some turns can be long, because you'll take that powerful action, which lets you move up the track 8 times. And when you do that, it gets you this other thing, which then
another
gets you
decision
this,
space.
So those long turns can happen, and it's not an AP thing so much as it is just there's a lot to consider.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Queen Games is currently running Stefan Feld The Cities collection through several different Kickstarter campaigns. I think they just recently issued another one. This is, I think, the only original game in that collection. But what they're doing is they're taking a lot of his older catalog of games, retitling them, retheming them, and giving them a specific city as opposed to the original title. I don't think I've played any of them. The only other Stefan Feld game that I think I had previously played was Castles of Burgundy, which is my all-time favorite game. So I don't think this is better than that. But man, this game is good.
I've played both, and they're close for me. There are things I like about each one, and they're different enough that it's really hard to choose a clear winner for me.
Yeah.
I need to play this more to make a fair comparison. What really fires this one on all cylinders for me is the lack of complication. to your point, we're doing a lot, but it's not a complicated game.
No, it's really
and that's what
not.
Castles of Burgundy does so well,
Yeah.
right? On your turn, you have 2 dice, and you can use those 2 dice in a number of ways, but it doesn't go so deep where it's just like, wait, how does this work again? I don't understand how this connects to this. It's all right there. It all makes sense.
It's heavy into iconography, but all the
Yes.
iconography makes sense. Like, it was pretty
Yes.
easy to understand once we saw it one time and went, oh, that's what this means.
Because I think that's the biggest barrier to starting this game is there's like 12 sections, and each section works so like differently, or it has such a different result that it does just take time to go through those sections. Like, I was talking with a host earlier before recording of like, watching that video was super helpful. I felt like I knew exactly what everything did, but through that, I lost the forest through the trees of I did not know what the turn order
The cadence
was
of
or
play.
how it worked.
Yeah.
The cadence of play. Yeah. And because there was so many times on the video too, it was like, so this and then the bonus or whatever. It was like, all of the bonuses are, you can look at the addenda to see what they mean. And it's like, there's so many, like, you have to reference the rule book.
Yes.
But like JK said, like, once you get a handle on the icons, like, the icons are fine. Like, they're super intuitive.
Well, even the end game scoring, each of us have 6 tiles in our oasis. Now, we won't necessarily see them all and won't activate them all, but that means that there's 24 different possible end game scoring out on the board for a 4-player game. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's unique
Yeah,
to
each one's
your
unique.
strategy.
Yeah.
Like, one aspect of that is I had a scoring tile that scored me a lot at the end of the game for water, leftover water tokens that I had, and that would not have been an option for me if my feed my people scenario, at the end of every season, was Dwayne's setup. What Dwayne was really heavy on having to supply
You had
water.
to have a lot
I had
of
to
water.
have 6 water by the end of
By the end of the game,
Yeah,
which-
every one of my tiles had 2 water on them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So if that was my setup, I would have ignored that end game
Mm-hmm.
scoring, because any water I get, I know I'm going to have to use a lot of it for that. But that wasn't the setup. I didn't have to supply a lot of water. So now that end game scoring tile becomes available to me. So it's neat. And they give you the 6 available. Now you have to work your way to flip all 6 of those. But yeah, having the unique per player end game scoring objectives really allows you to figure out not just your own strategy, but feel like you're having your own experience.
If there is a negative for me on this game, and it's not necessarily in the play, it's that I would love to recommend this game to anybody that plays board games. It's pricey. It is pricey for what you get. You get a lot of cardboard, you get a lot of pieces, but man, it's even the retail version, the base level game is selling for close to $90.
Yeah, it's like
It's a little high.
It's the price of a game that has a good amount of minis, and there are 0
None.
minis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
But it is pretty.
But other than that, this is a heavy keep it to play for me.
Yeah, for me, definitely keep it to play. It is probably one I'll look to add to the collection. Easier to play if you have people that know it, so you can skip the teach.
Yes.
Because it's not long once you get into those longer turns. But yeah, it was a very nice surprise. I'm really trying hard now to find Euros that give a very satisfying experience, but aren't insanely crunchy, where it's just super complicated, and you play it once and you're like, I'm just never going to get that out on the table again.
Right.
This is not that. And so I'd say this is firmly medium plus. I don't even know if I'd call it heavy, to be honest. I mean, it's a crunchy Euro, but it doesn't feel heavy.
No.
So that's a medium plus.
That sounds about right.
because that's I think all of the barriers to play are just the amount of setup, the length of teach, but it's it's once you get over this like high learning curve, if you will, the rest is easy sailing.
Yeah.
Yep. So keep it to play for me. It's what I'm looking for now.
I'm going to keep it to play as well. Like I said earlier, I got violently upset at the end, but I don't think that's a negative of the game per se. I think I had some poor planning that last season, and they were just frustrated at myself for not being able to see some of the strategy faster, but I think that'll just serve me for a better second opportunity to play.
I feel like I've gushed about this enough that it's not going to be a surprise. This is the keep it to play for me. It's just a fantastic game. My only issue with it is at a 2-hour runtime, and it's probably going to run more than that with 4 players. That's a bit of a that is a good chunk of time for a game.
It is a good chunk of time.
But that being said, if I'm going in for a 4-hour game night and that's 2 hours of my game night, I'm fine with that. It's 100% keep it to play.
Well, 4 out of 4, that makes me feel pretty good that if I do decide to invest in the signature collection, I've got somebody that I can sell my base level
I got your back.
Okay, good. And, this continuing the season of James, surely, James, you finished in second place again in this game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was stressing. I was so close, and I did not end in second place. Somebody beat me by 2 points.
No, it wasn't me.
Emily beat you by 2
No,
points?
absolutely not. Everyone lapped me. It was very miserable. I almost flipped a table.
Well, it wasn't me either. I got lucky and managed to lock in a couple end game strategies pretty early on in the game that I just stuck in that lane and followed that out. So pretty convincing win with Dwayne finishing in second.
I would like to say this about my second place win. The only reason I made second place is at one point during the game, I went to buy something from the market and James said, "Oh no." And I said, "I'll tell you what, the only reason I'm going to buy this is because I don't have enough for something I was, the necklaces, which I was collecting for in-game bonuses." And I said, "If you will leave the necklace, I will leave this for you." And he agreed to it. So if you had not made that agreement, I'm pretty sure that would have been enough to switch things around.
At the time, I was so angry about that because I just don't like that in games. But if it means James doesn't pick the next game, I'm okay with it.
Jeez.
Well, there was a point during the game, too, where James had gotten a scoring tile where he was looking to buy specific types of luxury items from the market. And there were 2 of them out there, and they're both worth 10 points on their own, let alone the points that James is going to get for them. And I had my eye on one, and I kind of thought that Emily might have been looking at the other. James was just shy of having all the components he needed to buy either one. And there was a moment of him kind of like analyzing the board, seeing what was happening. And he looked over at my board and kind of looked to see where I was and just looked up at me and scowled. There was not a word said between us. He knew exactly where I was going.
And then I looked over at Emily and realized she hadn't realized it yet at that point.
I did realize it.
Yeah.
I realized it after JK high-fived me. Yeah.
JK gets it. James gets it. Emily gets it. Dwayne's still trying to figure out what's going on.
And then it took a very long time for another one of those tiles to come out. But yeah, but the scores were actually very close at the end.
Pretty close.
That does remind me. I think my other only negative is there is a potential for a lot of downtime in between your turns. Because it's
late game,
we, especially late game.
Yes.
Because it's when we're using our assistants, it's basically like 3 turns in a row. And if someone's doing a super combo heavy, or just like we were talking about the decision space and whatnot, just increasing with each season, you can have a lot of downtime.
Yeah. Dwayne, what are we playing?
Well, y'all, as it was written, so shall it be. Our game of the show for next time will be Thunder Road Vendetta.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yay. I look forward to the destruction.
Let's go.
I have been looking forward to this.
That reminds me, JK, speaking of future games of the show, is there a game you'd like us to play? Listeners, that goes for you as well. Have thoughts about Thunder Road, Marrakesh, or any other games we've discussed? Shoot us an email for a chance to have your comments read on a future episode. That email address is pod@gleefulmeeple.com.
So I think we've talked about games enough that it's time to play a game on air. No, not a board game, a game about board games. This week, JK has a devilish glint in his eye. I think he mentioned something about the BG SATs.
I don't like where this is going. I like the SATs. I don't. I feel like there may be some spelling involved, and I'm already nervous.
Professor Keller is going to be leading you guys down the road over probably the next 3 times that I get to do the game challenge.
All right.
We are going to take the board game SAT.
Let's go.
And today's segments will be the multiple choice and the spelling sections.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I'm going to ask each of you to take a dry erase board and a pen. We have 10 questions in each section. For the multiple choice section, I'm going to just read you the question, give you the 4 answers. If you will just all put the answer that you think is correct on the board, and wait, and then we'll all reveal at the same time. Please keep track of your individual points because we'll kind of like tally up who leads at the end of today. But your overall score is going to be after the 3 full completed game sessions.
I've completed my test.
It says F you, Jake. No, I'm kidding.
I just wrote C for everything. Is that still
that works, right?
Is that still the thing? When in doubt,
Guess C.
Okay,
but
good.
I might have metagamed and therefore put nothing under C. You never know.
All of the above.
All right, are you guys ready for the multiple choice
Absolutely
section of our
not.
exam?
But let's go anyway.
I'm ready.
Okay. Question 1. What is the name of the magical library in Obscurio? Is it A, the Evanescent Room, B, Hawkworth's, C, the Infinite Bookstack, or D, it is never named?
Oh, why, JK? That is messed up.
This is the worst.
Can you read out the options again?
A is the Evanescent Room, B is Hawkworth's, C is the Infinite Bookstack, and D, it is never named.
Okay, I'm ready.
Everybody's got an answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what you have.
I said A.
C.
It is D. It is never
No.
I knew it.
Lame.
I was like, games usually name everything, and it's adorable. But of course, the
Nope.
one
Yeah.
time it doesn't.
This
name
one
it.
just refers to the library. That's all.
Next question, please.
JK
question,
knew that would
Nancy.
happen.
Question 2. The base game of Carcassonne plays 2 to 5 players and features meeples in which of the following colors? A, orange, B, purple, C, black, D, gray.
They're not all the same. Are all the players meeples the same color?
No, all
Carcassonne?
of your colors are.
Yeah.
You have 8 meeples, all of which are
All of
the same color.
Yeah.
So which of those colors is actually
Is
available
one
in the
of
game?
those.
Yes. Orange, purple, black, or gray.
I'm excited because I'm almost certain I know this one.
Okay.
All right. And reveal.
I did A.
It is C, black.
Oh,
Got
no, I was
it.
right. I was certain gray was
One-
in there.
one
We need to
point for
check that by
James.
addition. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Question 3. Using the Marvel movies as an advertising boost sure helps. Which of these characters is available in the original base game of Marvel United?
Oh.
A, Black Panther.
Nope. Emily's speaking.
Nope, don't look at the shelf. A, Black Panther. B, The Wasp. C, Scarlet Witch. D, Thor.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I think I got this one.
Everybody's in?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reveal?
D.
It is B, The Wasp.
Get out.
Really?
What?
Thor
do you
wasn't-
Thor is
mean?
not. Thor
Wow.
appears in The Rise of Asgard.
Okay, well, the Wasp isn't even the
Wow.
box, so I wouldn't have succeeded anyway.
All right, we ready for question 4?
Yes.
Using Marvel movies as an advertising boost sure helps. What a sense of deja vu. Which of these characters is not available in the original base game of Marvel Champions? A, Black Panther. B, She-Hulk. C, Captain Marvel. Or D, Captain America.
Not available.
Not available.
Can you...
That is A, Black Panther. B, She-Hulk. C, Captain Marvel. Or D, Captain America.
I think I've narrowed it down to 2 on this one.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have just been answering the same letter. I think I would have had a higher win
This
percentage.
is wrong.
I don't know, JK.
Okay.
And the reveal?
I said B.
B.
It is D, Captain America.
Oh my
Come
god.
on.
What do you mean?
This is going to
Captain
be the
America's not
lowest
in the
scoring
base.
game.
All right. Question 5. Which of the following cities does not appear on the map for the original Ticket to Ride? A, Omaha. B, Nashville. C, Montreal. D, Minneapolis.
I got this one, I think.
I've never
We're
actually
talking about
played
base
the
Ticket to
original.
Ride. We're talking base Ticket to Ride.
Base game Ticket to Ride.
What city does not show up?
Yes.
I got this.
Omaha,
Or do I got
Nashville,
this?
Montreal, Minneapolis.
I think I got this. I'm gonna be so
And
upset.
the reveal?
I said A.
D.
B.
It is D, Minneapolis.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Sad.
I think.
What's the Minnesota one?
It's out of
Sault Ste.
place.
Marie.
Huh?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. There's one city in the original edition that's not exactly where it should be on the map.
There's at least-
it's
yeah.
way off.
Okay.
There's Duluth. That's what I was thinking of.
Ah. All right. Question number 6. How many dice are included with the game Panda Royale? A, 94.
I'm done here.
B, 106. C, 144. D, 166.
It's,
Is this something you can math out? I've never
I haven't-
played Panda Royale.
I haven't played it enough, but what are the options?
I'm just gonna guess.
94, 106, 144, and 166.
I have a fake formula in my head, and it makes sense.
Man, it's so
and
many
that's how I'm going to
die.
get this correct.
Either way, there's a lot of dice in this game.
Are you
And
locked
the
in,
reveal?
Emily?
Huh?
Are you locked in?
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it's a gross of dice. Just
And the
'cause that's-
reveal?
Same. I said
Yeah.
C.
See?
It is B, 106.
I was
I
gonna
wrote
do
B
that.
first. I second guessed myself.
It did sound like too many. 144.
JK, I'm going to get violently upset after this game, too.
I'm loving this. This is great. All right. Question 7. Which character is represented by the purple cards in Parade? A, the Cheshire Cat. B, Alice. C, the Mad Hatter. D, the Dodo.
I've played this game.
I got this
I
one.
know.
Maybe once.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
No, I've played it. I know one that's not. You said it's Alice, Dodo, the Mad Hatter.
The Cheshire Cat, Alice, the Mad Hatter, and the Dodo.
Who is the dodo?
The Dodo bird.
Oh, man.
Is that even in the game?
It is.
I think I got this
I'm
right. I know this one.
close in my head to visualizing it.
It's I have a few colorblind friends, and so I'm trying to get better at recognizing the colorblind accessible parts of games.
I think this might be wrong, but no, I think this is right.
I was like, watch me get this wrong still. I'm so confident, though.
And the reveal?
A?
It is A, the Cheshire
Yes!
Cat.
Let's go. I
missed
got
it.
one.
Finally. I'm
It
on the
was
board.
between that and the Mad Hatter, and I couldn't remember.
All right. Question 8. Which of the following games is not published by DeVere? A, The White Chateau. B, The Red Cathedral. C, Rock Hard 1977. Or D, Lacrimosa.
Dwayne, where's Lacrimosa on
I
your
don't
shelf?
know.
I'm locked in.
All right. And the
Oh.
reveal? It is A.
Oh,
There is
Yeah.
no game called The White Chateau.
There's no game,
It's The
yeah.
White Castle.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, as soon as I saw Lacrimosa, I see the DeVere in big white letters. Sad.
Oh, on the shelf.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Question 9. Which of these would you be guaranteed never to pull from your bag in Orleans?
Another game I haven't played.
Is it A, Knight, B, Bishop, C, Farmer, D, Boatman?
Boatmen.
One more time.
Knight, Bishop, Farmer, and Boatman.
I'm not happy with my answer, but I don't know.
Me neither.
I think I got this one right. We ready?
And the reveal?
I said D.
C.
It is B.
Boo.
You
James,
pull
get
it,
outta
you-
here.
but you can pull a monk, in
Yeah.
Orleans. Yes.
I figured that's what you were going for.
Yep. All right. And the final multiple choice question. With the release of Heat Tunnel Vision, which of the following race courses has not been made available via Days of Wonder?
What is up with all these not questions?
Is it Japan, the Netherlands, Brazil, or Great Britain?
I'm trying to. What was the first option?
Japan. Japan, the Netherlands, Brazil, Great Britain.
Oh, jeez.
I should just roll a 4-sided die for this one.
Honestly, that's what I should have been doing the whole
think I
time.
got this
I think I
one.
got this one because we just talked about this.
Okay, and the answer is
See?
C, Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right, so we have reached the end of the multiple choice round. Just so we can tabulate your scores thus far, how many points do you guys have?
1.
2.
Dwayne has 1, Emily 2, James
5.
has
Wow.
5.
Get out of here.
All right, we are about to enter the spelling
It's
portion.
your jam,
of the
Dwayne.
game.
This is where you catch up.
Okay, we have 10 questions here. I will say the format will vary from question to question. Sometimes I will give you the word that you need to spell. Sometimes I will ask you a trivia question in which you have to first solve and then spell.
Okay.
Okay. The way we're going to do this is I'm going to require you to spell it out on your card. When you complete the word, hold the card up in the air away from the other players so they don't see what you spelled. There is going to be a bonus for getting the correct answer first.
Is there are these single words or was that just
These,
in your description?
These are not all single words necessarily. All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
So question number 1, straightforward. I'm going to give you the word. From Cthulhu Death May Die Season 4.
Nope. I'm out.
Please spell Nyarlathotep. Emily finished first.
Why not?
Okay, guys. The correct spelling of this is N
Okay.
Y
Yes.
A
Nope.
R
Nope.
L A T H O T E P.
I was missing 3 vowels.
no.
I was
Okay.
so close.
Not
All
going to
right.
say what I wrote down.
So
It's
nobody got that
embarrassing.
one right. All right.
Next.
This next one, you're going to have to come up with the answer and then spell it correctly.
Wait, hold on. I need to erase.
Okay.
Okay.
And this will be how much do you pay attention to our own show? A couple episodes ago, both James and I said that this medical game was underrated.
I said something about a medical game being underrated. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on
I
something
have-
that I said.
Well, that makes me feel better. I'm just writing down the only medical game I
All right.
remember
And
talking
Emily
about
has
on the
answered
show.
first.
What medical game did I think was underrated? I'm stuck on one other game. I can't get it out of my head.
I feel like whatever the answer is, I'm going to argue that it's not a medical game.
I would fight you in that argument.
You would probably win since you know what it is. I'm already locked in.
Locked in.
All right. Emily was first. So first, let's start and see. Did anybody put Hippocrates?
Oh, no.
That's a
Yes.
medical
Yes.
game?
I put Holding On the Troubled Life of Billy Kerr, but it is
That's
spelled
funny.
correctly.
And James, looking at your board, you did spell it correctly, so you do get a point for this round.
I put Operation,
I love it.
but Dwayne
You're the
It took
doctor.
me a
was the
minute.
one
So
that
much fun
talked
to
about
play.
it.
All right. Question 3, I'm going to provide you the word. You just simply have to spell it. In question 3, we are talking about a futuristic city building game. Please spell Ginkopolis.
Oh.
James was up first.
It was so close.
Dwayne's just taking his time.
Dwayne's just
spelling
having a
it.
good
There's an I in
time.
there. I don't know. All right.
All
Let's see how this
The
goes.
appropriate spelling of Ginkopolis is Ginkgpolis.
Oh, what? No.
It is like the ginkgo biloba
Gopolis?
tree. Yes.
That's
Go.
garbage.
Yes.
With a G.
Gink-
Garbage with a G.
Ginkgo.
I had the
JK.
G on the other
Oh,
side of the
Emily
K. I was
flip-flopped
so close.
How many of these spelling questions are there?
There's 10.
And we've done 9 of them,
We've
right?
done 3.
No.
Dwayne, this one might be in your favor.
We'll see.
I got one that
I
might
can't
help you.
promise anything.
Okay, so this one, again, you have to answer the question.
Okay.
A giant dragon that you can fight in Marvel United.
Marvel has dragons?
I think Dwayne had it first. Dwayne had it first.
I don't know. I didn't
just
see anything
forgot the
raised.
rules.
Emily's answer of Joe
I'm
the
not right.
Dragon
I'm not
is
right.
probably not correct.
Anyways.
Our dragon that we're looking for is Finn Fang Foom. Yes.
No,
It is not Fing Fang Foom. It is Finn.
it's not Mecha Dragon.
It is not Mecha Dragon.
Okay, I remember that guy now.
Okay.
All right. This one, I'll provide you the word. You just have to spell it. From 5 tribes, the Jinns of Nagala, please spell denim.
Denim?
Denim.
I don't like your smirk when you said that, JK. You're like, no.
Denim, denim, denim. Emily did it first.
I did something. I'm so...
All
I
right.
feel like there's a silent J in here somewhere.
Let's see the answers. Emily was first.
Yeah.
None of you got it right. That's a wide variety of spellings. It is actually DHENIM.
Oh my God.
Oh my word.
All right. This one will be a fill in the blank for you. The Viking worker placement game, Champions of Blank.
Oh.
James got it first.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're doing here.
Emily second.
I think I spelled it wrong. I'm locked in, James. Just let me mentally prepare for my despair.
I'm not happy with the way any of this looks. All right, let's go.
All right. The answer is Midgard.
Sure.
But is it 2 A's?
And it is MIDGARD.
What on earth?
Yes. So Dwayne and James both got that one. And I think, James, you had it first. So you're going to get a bonus point on that as well, please.
Yeah, I second guessed myself.
Okay. This next one, I'm going to give you the words. I only want the spelling of the first word. Okay. This is the one that was specially geared towards Emily. From parks, please spell Biscayne National Park.
Biscayne?
Biscayne.
Of course you picked like the most obscure one.
Well, of course. This is your favorite game. You should have seen this card 100 times. Everybody's in?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think James had it first. So
I'm wrong, though, I think.
Biscayne is Biscayne.
Wow.
Let's
That's a
go.
point for Emily. She did get it.
Thank you, JK.
All right. This next one, I'll give you a hint. It's not just one word.
Okay.
And I want you to solve the trivia question and fill out the word correctly. A bicycle racing game from the same designers as Heat.
Bicycle. Can I name the publisher? I know that one.
And, James got the game, or James got it first. Dwayne
Second
was
word, and I'm not sure. I'm really scared about the second word.
Okay. The game we are looking for is Flamme Rouge. FLAMMEROUGE.
Good job, Dwayne.
Let's go.
James, you got it right, and a bonus
And
point for you.
James.
Dwayne also got it right. All right, these last two, I'll give you the words. Save your brains a little bit. Question number 9. From designers Bruno Catala and Johannes Guppy, please spell orichalcum.
Oh, yes. Oracle. Whoops. There we go.
Emily's first. By a hair. All right. The proper spelling of orichalcum is ORICHALCUM.
Let's
That's the
go.
H, silent
You
H.
got that one.
Yep.
All right. And our final question in the spelling category. A game about the Mayan calendar. Please spell Solkin.
Nope. I'm good.
Sorry, it probably busted out.
James got it.
I'm going to give it a try.
I thought you were going to
Do we need punctuation?
I am going to be pedantic about this one. yes.
Okay. I think I got it in the
Okay.
right spot.
All right. James got it first. Let's see. The proper spelling is TZOLK apostrophe IN.
Oh,
I didn't
we
even
both
put
got it
that
wrong.
apostrophe in the right
JK.
place. Oh.
No apostrophe.
Are you messing with us?
No,
No, there is an apostrophe there.
Oh, I
It is
see.
Solkin.
Yeah, I knew there was an apostrophe. I didn't know where it went. So, oh, wait. Well,
Nobody
that was
got that.
delightful.
All right.
So nobody got it then?
Nobody got that one.
Oh.
What was your final scoring on the spelling portion? Dwayne?
2.
2. Emily?
2.
James?
5.
Boo.
Wow, James.
As we
Check out the
finish
big
up,
brains on
as
James.
we finish up segment 1 of the BGSAT, Dwayne has a score of 3, Emily 4. James is leading with a consistent 10.
Hey, can we retake this test?
No.
Oh, no.
But the good news for you, Dwayne, the next segment of this will focus on board game math.
Oh, I do love
What does
math
that
so
mean?
much. I guess we'll
This
have
is
to
where
find
I-
Get a
out.
study
This is
guide
where I
after
fall
the
behind.
episode.
4 episodes.
Did we do it?
I think we're good for today.
They're kicking us out,
All right.
man.
We're going to wrap up and send you guys off to Gen Con and have a lot of fun. We're going to first, though, thank our sponsor for today's episode. We want to thank the Dharma Initiative. Yes, that's the Dharma Initiative. They wouldn't tell us what they do.
I know this one. This is lost, right?
It is lost.
Okay, good. I do know this
It's not
one.
lost on me, Emily.
There we go.
Thanks for listening, everybody. If you want to try and catch us at any of our events through July and August, this is going to air in August.
The end of July.
End of July. Go see us at Gen Con. Come to the session. Go kind of like bask in the glory that is Dwayne and Emily and James. It'll be a great time. You can email us at pod@gleefulmeeple.com or find us on Instagram at gleefulmeeplepod. Thanks, everyone. Hope you're having a great summer.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Gleeples.